2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Bucks taking on the Rockets. For Milwaukee, the journey of a new season starts now. The challenges of the past to become fuel to create a path to success. Rockets, Bucks, coming right up on 2K Sports. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice when he hears my voice just yelling at him normally. Now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
he
likes it. Yeah.
DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Bill, when it comes to opinions on Russell Westbrook's game, people have a lot of different points of view. What's your thought?
I mean, there's never been a more polarizing player in this generation than him. And I didn't think he was the MVP 2 years ago. I actually thought he was a little underrated last year. I voted for him for second team All-NBA because he just plays hard every single night, and he's frustrating, and he's going to do 7 things in a game that you don't like, and he takes too many shots, and he's hard to play with. But the force of personality and the intensity he has night after night after night in this league where everybody's load management and picking their spots, like I really respect it. So I've come around a little bit. I don't know how much longer it's going to last.
He's a warrior, isn't he?
Like one of those football running backs.
Yes.
Oh, man. And that's what it's like to watch Westbrook.
That's a good comparison. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. And for Houston, the forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center.
Using that strong upper body, Tucker can definitely play through contact.
Here's Bledsoe. Fires for 3. And the Bucks miss again. Harden against Matthews. They get it back. No good that time. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
This is a positive sign for sure. I mean, when Bledsoe's hitting this, I think it ignites the entire squad.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Westbrook finds Gordon. Clock at 6. Tucker the pass to Westbrook. Bledsoe with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Giannis. Finished off the break.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Here is Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the score by Houston. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. This one for 3. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 7 points in the game. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
So you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement
Well, if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
To the wing right side. Here's Westbrook. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Bucks trail by 4. Middleton outside. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Giannis outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
And here's Westbrook. Outside Gordon. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closer. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
Rockets leading by 4. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Lopez, and it goes down 2 points. And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around 3-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. And should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose what the game is.
No,
It's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside.
And it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, you know, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing as we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, you know, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92-89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter. No matter how you're going to get them, you still need somebody who can do that too.
Gordon hits both of them.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
And here's Matthews for the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. For Houston, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Bucks trail by 9. Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. From deep, Harden. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Bledsoe outside. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for Eric Bledsoe. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And when you watch James Harden offensive, skill level is there certainly. Some people feel like he's the hardest player in the league to stop. Certainly to officiate, but defensively, one of the toughest to stop.
He works every year. He adds something to his game. He's just,
don't you appreciate that in a play when they do that?
I think he's one of the most incredible offensive players I've ever seen. And when you talk about like hardest player in the league to stop, like he is that guy like in pickup that you would just hate to guard because he's just sneaky. He's low to the ground. He's going between his legs. You don't know. He's thrusting his body
Controls
into
his body in a way that other players can't do it when they're going in a little lean or a little slight. They just all of a sudden there's a whistle or he's got room to take the shot.
He uses the fear of James Harden against the defender in all these unique ways.
The Rockets making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And Brook Lopez a little bigger and more of an offensive player than his brother Robin. But they've both turned into quality big men in this league.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Free throw good, Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now here's Giannis. 6 points for him. That's tipped. Up top, Tucker, covered by Giannis. Gordon, and the shot goes in. Gordon's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. Trailing by 13. It's stolen by Jerebko. Here we go, one-on-one. Gordon inside. Defended by Middleton. Jerebko dishes to Gordon. A three-pointer off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And perhaps no 7-footer in the league. Bill has increased his range, more success. One of the guys I really enjoy watching, Brook Lopez.
Yeah, he was one of the big winners last season. The three-point thing became such a thing for Lopez that I actually think they forgot sometimes, especially in the playoffs, that he's also a really good low-post player. And I thought he had advantages in the Toronto series where, especially on mismatches, when he could have really torched them and they just weren't going to him. So
He can block some shots. I mean, he can do a lot of things in that floor.
I like his inside-outside game. And by the way, he was like the 9th pick in the draft. Like, he's a real guy. He was somebody that was a max guy. It's not like he's some fluke.
Yeah, you got to chase Corver off that three-point line. When he's in that comfort zone, expect him to knock it down.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Daniel House is checked in for Houston. Green comes in for Russell Westbrook. Rockets leading by 10. Now here's Rivers. Inside, here's Jerebko. Rebound by Ilyasova. Milwaukee's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. The drive by Giannis. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
House the pass to Rivers. Pass to Green. Over Corver. Shots good by Green. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the Ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like, the next thing to do is just to, can you help other people get to where they should go?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
Now here's Rivers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And stolen by Ilyasova. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. The lead now in single digits.
Really good recognition that time by Hill. Read the floor quite nicely and finished with ease.
Rockets leading by 8. Here's Rivers. On the wing, Green. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he...
Oh!
Yes, sir! Come on, bring it! An absolute insane display of dribbling from Antetokounmpo. I mean, you can't take this guy lightly when he's got the ball. Mad handles for a guy of any size, but 7 feet tall. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Trains the 3-pointer.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And that one drops for him. Antetokounmpo's got 14.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Green. 7 points in the game. He muscles it in and through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
One shot. And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Rockets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. That's good from Jerebko. Bucks trail by 10. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Connaughton missing. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Green got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Guys, that is concentration right there. Love how Green stayed in control and focused on the task at hand.
There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Connaughton. Shoots. He can't hit that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Green. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Got that one up quick.
And Korver, a team-first guy, when one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Out to Chandler. Green against Korver. Green finds Chandler. Fires from the corner. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Count that one. Korver's got 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Green is out there with Rivers, and it's Chandler. Then there's Jonas Jerebko, and it's House in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Hill, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the off season. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. and then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden, it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming up,
leagues happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Now here's Rivers, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
Here's Hill. Pass to Korver. Will it go? The Rockets pull it in. Jerebko's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, and just in basketball, so much more in the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They care about it.
They
care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff
with me, with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Hill deciding where to go with it. And Lopez throws it down.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Now here's Green. 9 points in the game so far. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and the basket is good.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Hill. The Rockets making the shot. Passes to Lopez. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Bill, we were talking about how so many NBA players are playing 2K these days and getting to play online against people you don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I remember my buddy Gus, who I played a ton of video games with in the 80s, the first time we could play online against each other was like a really pivotal moment in both of our lives. Sometime in the mid-2000s. You're just like, this is amazing. You're in Connecticut, I'm in LA, and we're playing video games. This is great. We've arrived.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Jerebko. Gordon comes in for Daniel House. James Harden, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Westbrook with the bucket.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Harden against Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Lopez. Can they get it? and misses it off the right side of the rim. Rockets leading by 23. In 2019, Chris Middleton named an all-star for the first time. Bill, can he be the second best player on a championship team? He was asked, I guess, to be that last year, and it didn't work.
I think he could be the third best player in a championship.
Third, yes.
But I think you saw in the playoffs last year when they really needed the second kind of creator. I don't even want to say scorer, but somebody who could create a shot when your best guy is either sitting or having a bad game. He's just not quite there. He's too streaky, I think.
Terrific play.
Really good player. If he could definitely be one of the best 4 guys on a championship team.
Absolutely.
But as the number 2 guy, no.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Pat Connaughton. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. James Harden is second. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Now here's Bledsoe, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Rockets on defense. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. To the middle, and Lopez throws it down.
Nice job that time. Really an excellent job from Lopez to find the right angle to get the feed off the pick and roll.
Harden outside. They grab their own miss, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end.
Outside Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Gordon's got a great ability to draw contact. You got to respect that. He's an aggressive scorer who makes it tough on the defense, even if they get physical with him.
And he makes the first.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Gordon hits both of them. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bledsoe against Westbrook. And the pass to Giannis. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Floats it up for Giannis.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Keeps it alive, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 8 points.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And Bledsoe, here we go, does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Now Westbrook, 8 points for him. And here's Gordon from outside. Pass to Matthews. And it's Matthews with the jam.
And, you know, it's hard to keep pace with Matthews, especially in transition because he's got such speed.
Westbrook with it. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low, teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
And that one falls for Westbrook. Here's Bledsoe. Tipped away. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton on the wing. There's the 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Westbrook to the paint. Bledsoe taking his time here. Great D that time from Westbrook.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Bledsoe finds Giannis. Back to Bledsoe. Floats it up for Giannis. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Now, here's Westbrook. 16 points for him. Chandler outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Harden. That one goes. Count it. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Now here's Lopez. He has 5. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Harden against Matthews. Harden dishes to Chandler. Kicks it out to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Lopez. And here's Giannis from outside. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
And entertaining as always, Bill. Thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. Can we not do that? I
They're
don't want
off
to see
the
that
schedule.
team. Let's do the other teams.
Okay. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Pass to Rivers. It's stolen by Hill. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Gordon, the pass to Harden. Count it, good. Harden's got 11.
And, Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul for the Rockets. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and Daniel House subbed in for Gordon. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Ilyasova. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Houston on top, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 16 points, 3 steals, and 4 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
And, you know, guys, you look at the Rockets, they've been in the midst of a great championship window. A lot of teams have been trying to avoid going for titles against the Warriors. The Rockets have been in win-now mode, very aggressive in trying to get to the top.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And Antetokounmpo. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Westbrook against Bledsoe. To the inside, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Giannis.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Lopez with the bucket.
Hey, Brook Lopez getting after it. He is one of the better offensive rebounders in the game.
The pass to Capella. Now here's Westbrook. Here's Gordon. Good D by Lopez. And Clark, you have to admire the Rockets for not shying away from the challenge of keeping up with a great team like Golden State.
Yeah, I have great respect for the Rockets, guys, because they've come as close as any team in the West to knocking off the Warriors. You know, they took them to a Game 7 and also had a chance in last season's playoff when KD was injured. I think you've got to admire their competitive spirit and not backing down.
Right. You're right, Clark. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's almost impossible to stay down on Harden's shot fake. I mean, he's effective at getting defenders in the air, and when that happens, you're at his mercy.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Harden. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Harden hits them both. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And here's Westbrook. Following the three from Brook Lopez, Gordon with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight. Milwaukee's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the 3rd youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. On the wing, Harden. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got 16 points.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Out to the right wing. In the corner, it's Gordon over Middleton. And it's Gordon missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Count it. 17 points in the game.
Nice to see Gordon use his touch down low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Bledsoe, and it's blocked by Gordon. Westbrook kicks to Harden, and off the front iron, and in it goes.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Go, man up on Eric.
Westbrook against Bledsoe. From downtown, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. 20 points for James Harden.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Milwaukee has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Connaughton's checked in. So it's the Bucks now. The shot by Middleton, wide open, but they get it back. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Middleton. Rockets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. In the corner, it's Westbrook, stolen by Bledsoe. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. No good on the shot. The Rockets go the other way with it. Left side, Westbrook. Tucker finds Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. Tucker can't get it to go, and Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Here's Giannis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That's on Clint Capella. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 20. Pass to Westbrook. Over in the corner, Green. Shot clock at 3. The Rockets with another miss. And, you know, Greg, this last season, Giannis improving on his rebounding and his passing.
Career highs for him in both of those areas. If he ever adds a deep shot, I'm not sure how you guard him at that point.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
No good on the free throw. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner, and I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the three and also be a rim protector inside.
The first free throw is good. And, Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. Lopez hits them both.
And for so many things that the Rockets do right, one area they can lapse in is rebounding.
Yeah, and a big part of that, I think, is they play a lot of small ball, and the defense is decent, but the rebounding suffers when they go small. They were bottom 3 in the league last year in rebound.
Capella dishes to Jerebko. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Hill, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Down low. Here's Jerebko. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Connaughton. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Left side, Westbrook. Over Lopez. Westbrook, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Lopez. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Rivers can't get it to go. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Houston leading by 23. Inside. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Rivers has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Bucks.
The kick out to Westbrook. Kept alive by Houston. Lopez with the steal. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Now here's Green. He's got 9. The pass to Rivers. Back to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. It's Rivers on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 8th assist in the game. Hill kicks to Ilyasova. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
And the first one at the line is good. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Korver finds Ilyasova. Korver against Rivers. 6 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Milwaukee, no good that time either. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun.
Wow! Oh, my goodness.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Hill passes to Ilyasova. Pass to Korver. There's the triple. The three-pointer is right on target. Korver's got 8 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Westbrook dishes to Jerebko. Korver against Rivers. Chandler kicks to Rivers. Shoots from the block. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
The Bucks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Hill against Westbrook. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Rivers. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And Chandler sends it back. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Outside Matthews. Here's Lopez. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. He's got 6.
A legitimate threat to score from the mid-range. Lopez is skilled at cashing in from that area.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. He dishes it to Chandler. Lopez with the block, and he gets it back. They recover it, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. That one is off. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Step back shot. Westbrook with the block. To the middle, goes up, and there's Chandler. That's good on the assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Knocked away. For 3, Hill. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Clark. Ben McLemore is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Chandler and it's House in at the small forward. Bounce pass from Westbrook. Clark kicks to House. His three-pointers off the mark. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting from the field 44%, not bad. Outside Hill. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. It's good on the putback.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Hill, and they pick up two.
And, you know, when Hill is working the pick and roll, he's got a lot of different ways that he can hurt you. He's very talented, and he's also a good decision maker, and that makes it problematic for the defense.
Clark for three. Here's House. Lopez with the block. They get it back. Chandler kicks to Clark. 5 to shoot. They shoot again. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Now the Bucks moving it up. Hill, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Clark. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. To Lopez. Banked in off the glass.
And at 277 pounds, Lopez absorbs contact well. Difficult to deter him on the way up.
Outside Westbrook. To the right side. Here's McLemore. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Hill kicks to Brown. Passes to Lopez. Over Chandler. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. For the Rockets, Edwards comes in for Daniel House. And it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook. The Bucks also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Hill. Here's Lopez. The pass to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. Trying his luck from deep. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Harden. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And one of the things about Harden is he is incredible at scoring despite getting hit. I mean, astonishing to me how he maintains his focus on these shots.
Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's McLemore, and McLemore slams it in.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands, and I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
Here is Korver. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. It's good. 24 points for James Harden.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's DiVincenzo. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Wilson from about 16. Up again.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. He kicks to Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Connaughton, guarded by McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. Connaughton passes to DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Harden on the follow.
I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast, which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you know, what a season for the Bucks last year. Best record in the East, best record overall in the league. The team cruised during the regular season to win 60 games.
First one falls for him. Hey, Clark, those 60 wins for the Bucks, the most since 1980.
You know, start to finish, this team was a force. Had a great approach on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch. No glaring weaknesses, and a game plan that works for them. Future's bright there.
Jonas Jerebko's checked in for McLemore. No good on the second free throw. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, Green. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clark. Wilson with the block. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 42% so far. Passes it to Brown. Lopez with the ball. Edwards defending.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him. And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
That free throw good from Lopez. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And It's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players, to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology, if you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right, right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Here's Connaughton. Drops in the layup for two.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And for Houston, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Harden. And the shot is good. Harden's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And there's the pass to Wilson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Lopez with the steal. Here's Connaughton. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Then McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Jerebko's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the paint, here's Clark. He gets it in there. Clark's got his first basket of the night.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by McLemore. And that one's good from Connaughton.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Outside, Green. Pass to McLemore. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
6 to shoot. Green inside the three-point line. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Guys, I tell you what, I think these are the shots you want Green taking. Helps him get into the rhythm, and he's much more of a rhythm shooter than many.
They get it again. Brown wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And it's Green missing. Milwaukee has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And for Sterling Brown, he is still developing, but you can see Clark where he can be valuable.
I love his game. Watched him a lot when he was at SMU, guys, and he's got all the tools you want on the defensive end. His strength, his activity, his savvy. The offensive side, still a work in progress, but he's got skills there, too.
First free throw is good.
Well, the Bucks on offense look to swing things around and pick up the tempo as much as they can.
Well, you know, this team was 2nd in the league in pace. Want to get the ball down the floor and get an easy 3 or a transition chance. That was their game plan. This approach had them as the 4th best offense in the league last year.
The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And here's the fast break. Here's DiVincenzo, and Chandler sends it back. Here's McLemore, and the layup's good off the glass.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.